MCA not with us anymore, died from cancer, smoked too much crack. I know, crack's addictive. I heard that the NHL, which we're going to talk a little bit more about later, has a problem with the cocaine. Did you know that? I've never tried cocaine, and I remain thankful for that fact, because I'm afraid if I got close to it, I'd be like, fuck, I mean, coffee works, yes, but I got to drink 6 pots of it. With this stuff, I can just, there it is. So I would have already had a heart attack. I'd already be dead. I'd already be in jail for robbing a bank to get money for more cocaine. Yeah, something like that. So I'm glad I never tried it. I do know some people here on Spreaker who have tried it. And I have known a couple of people in regular life, as in able to get into physical touch with them, who have tried it. I've never... Wait a minute, have I seen it done? Yes, I have seen it done. And I'm going to leave that at that. But it was about 20... Fuck. Holy shit, am I getting that old? It was about 30 years ago. I saw it done a couple of times. And all I really remember is the snort, and then the rubbing of the nose. And that was about it. I mean, nobody flipped the fuck out. I don't know. I guess they were used to it by then, the people that I saw do it. Yeah, cocaine. Absolutely glad I never got close to that drug. I wish there was something legal that you could do, that was at least, say, maybe 3/4 as powerful as cocaine. Perfectly legal. I mean, what's the idea? I'm just looking for a very simple thing here, and that is to feel extremely awake. I don't see why that has to be a high. Why does that have to be a high? Is a caffeine high a real high? I mean, compared to what? I guess compared to the way you'd feel if you didn't have it, maybe, but fucking zombies walking around all the time? Fuck you people. Why do you think Starbucks took off? I mean, that is cocaine to what Barco calls hipsters. Yeah, it is. I mean, they can't do the coke. They get the drug test. So they're going to go take some espresso shots and whatnot. And, everything's pumpkin spice now. I say fuck pumpkins and fuck spice. No, pumpkin spice cologne, this is like Macarena. It's got to stop. And because I will whip and I will nay on this pumpkin spice shit. Something's got to give here. Tired of it. Don't want to hear any more about pumpkin spice. It's getting old. What else happened in the news? LA unanimously passes quake retrofit from anywhere. Good. LA's thinking we might have another earthquake. Let's get some buildings ready. Oh, that's brilliant, LA. Hey, high five there, man. Police cite district man after drone lands on ellipse near White House. Here's the problem with this. All right, you folks, you've been hearing about these bans. And this goes, there's a parallel situation here I'd like to describe. When someone says they've banned something, and they've put it in the rule book, that does not equal prevention. That just makes it not allowed. It's going to keep happening. People are confusing ban with prevention or preventative defense, which is normally the purpose of a defense. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, man. A ban doesn't prevent anything. It simply punishes those, if they can catch them, that go against whatever the ban is saying is not legal. So, yes, drones are still going into the White House territory. You're going to see it's only a matter of time, and until they get some defenses up, that they're going to be flying through the windows and dropping, little fucking bombs on the White House, and there's going to be all kinds of creative stuff because there's no control over these yet, and you need some kind of, EMP or lasers to shoot these things down when they get anywhere near you, and then you still need to track them and find out whose they were and go arrest the people. How often do you hear about an airplane flying into White House space? It's actually pretty frequent. As far as a smaller craft, it's happened many times. People flying aircraft onto the White House lawn. It just happened last year. The post office guy. I mean, come on. There's no prevention there. That fucking thing should have been shot out of the sky. Honestly. And I feel bad because he was just trying to deliver, letters and get a message to send it. But you don't fly into restricted airspace. Oh, you're going to get in trouble. Thank God he didn't have a dirty bomb on him. Shark bites surfer on Oahu's North Shore. Yeah. You know what it is about sharks? If you look at the causes of death across the world and then the numbers, you know, the figure I love to always fall back on is the starving. So 25,000 people or more a day. As population ramps up, this is going to increase. And it's actually going to increase a lot within the next 30 years or so because there's going to be major food shortages, but that's another story. So 25,000 people or better a day right now dying from hunger or hunger-related illness. 25,000, 18,000 of those are kids. And we hear about 3 people shot in a supermarket, or 11 people killed in a train accident, or 1 person attacked by a shark, and that's where our attention goes. Because that's dramatic. That is the sad state of human affairs. We value drama over life. We should be ridiculously ashamed of ourselves collectively for that. Ridiculously ashamed of ourselves. I mean, I see people joining causes once they know they have a family member or friend involved. Well, this is a rare genetic disease, and it's going to make it where you can only limp when you're drunk with 1 ball hanging down on Saturdays. Now, that's a terrible restriction, I confess. And you join the cause. You're against the limping left ball sagging problem, okay? It's a condition. And those 25,000 a day keep on dying. And I'm not saying we can save them. We can't. That's nature trimming her population back. If we found out a way to come up with mass quantities of food and we could save all these people, you know what they would do? They'd breed. And they'd triple their numbers within a generation or 2. Now you've got to feed them, and they'll breed. Once you have food, water, and shelter, you're ready for the sex. And they'll breed. And they'll have 2 or 3 kids apiece, or 4 or 5, or 11 if you live, in Tennessee. And the next thing you know, you've got a number you cannot support there, and the death toll won't look like nature trimming itself anymore. It'll look like a pandemic because you've built this population up through saving them to a point where now you can't save any of them because the demand is far too high. The diseases, the wars for resources, all of this will come to a head. Now, there are some experts talking about financial collapse, 1, the unavailability of clean, drinkable water, 2, the food shortages that are coming, 3, and then 4, the threat of NBC, which is nuclear, biological, or chemical warfare, and how much damage these things can do. Well, they're talking about there's going to be a cross-section around 2060, 2070, they think, where all of these problems will hit at once. And when that happens, now you got something to worry about. You want to waste your life worrying about FEMA trucks coming to get you? You can do that, and you'll die having been wrong. But you want to worry about something that is actually coming? Start thinking about fresh drinking water problems that we're going to have. Start thinking about the food shortages, major food shortages we're going to have. And what would happen if a single fucking solar storm took out half of our satellites? We are far too dependent on shipping. We need to get local again with our business and with our food. Get local with that shit. And these water tables being drawn down by bottling companies coming in, that shit's got to be fixed quick, because in this world, what we've proven, we fucking selfish ass humans, is that we will rob the planet. Rob it if we can get $1 out of it. Don't give a fuck. Who cares about later? We're killing ourselves. I mean, I don't care about that. I can't change that. I'm just watching it happen. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to kill ourselves. And that's why my, Skype status is humans will fail. I think that's what it says. Shia LaBeouf. I don't know how to say his fucking name. Who has a name like Shia LaBeouf? Get the fuck out of here. Is that his real name? Because most Hollywood people change their name. You knew that, right? You should look it up. Google it sometimes. And their original name usually does kind of suck, so I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. Yeah. Funny. It's because right below that, it was inside Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman's relationship with their daughter Isabella. Tom Cruise, that's not his original name. You didn't know that, did you? Ronda Rousey's next fight, body image in Hollywood. I suppose she'll she'll probably go and beat up Debbie Daly and then beat up Guy Shea, and then she's coming for me. Now, thing about it is, when it comes to Ronda Rousey, I will kick her in the vaginals. You have to, because she's like a little turtle badger thing coming at you. She's going to get you. She's going to little hands and claws and got teeth working, and she's going to put you in a submission hold and fart in your face, because depending on the concentration of methane and whatnot and the power of the bacteria and the blast itself, we can't discount that. She could knock you out with a fart, a queef even. We haven't even spoken about the validity of queefs as a weapon. And I think that's worth talking about. I mean, maybe it's the size of the animal. You saw the woolly mammoth they dug up out in fucking Kentucky or Wisconsin somewhere. I think it was Montana. Found the tusks. If one of those things farts on you, I'm telling you, man, it's like a hot hurricane hits you. It's not just the smell. You're literally flying through the air. You're thinking, fuck, that stinks. But what you're not thinking about is I have to hit the ground still. I haven't even hit the ground yet. What if I don't hit the ground? What if I hit a rock? Or what if while I'm in midair, flying through the air from the woolly mammoth queef or fart, another woolly mammoth that I'm nearing lets one go at the same time? Now you've got a crosswind. Now you've got wind shear, and you can be torn apart by woolly mammoth queefing. And this is bad for all of us. So we don't want to bring them back, leave them out of it. But going back to Ronda Rousey, how do you know? What if she puts a kazoo up her snatch? I'm serious, because now she could damage your hearing as well. So you've got a queef, you've got the death hold she's got on you. She lets the queef fly. Got the kazoo for she's already got earplugs in, but you don't know it because they're very discreet. And so now you're hearing, you have 5 senses. She's pretty much inundated 3 of them. And this is why you can't trust Ronda Rousey. If Ronda Rousey comes to your house, I'm just going to recommend a stun gun. That way you don't, because, she might say, listen, I've seen the light. I'm with Jehovah's Witnesses, which is an innocent thing, although you still may be pissed. You can't kill her. You don't just want to kill her because you don't know, she might be bringing you a gift or something like, hey, there's a kid want an autograph. My thing is just stun her right in the fucking face. Hit her with a stun gun directly in the mouth so you get the conductivity there. Take Ronda Rousey down before she can take you down. That's what I say. Journey to Mars. NASA unveils plan for future Mr. Red Planet's not gonna work. The whales are hunting under the Northern Lights. Have you ever seen the Northern Lights, people? Well, I've got some disappointing information for you if you were planning on it. I have seen them. And they're beautiful, okay? They are. It's kind of like a laser light show, but it's more like a drifting rainbow in the night sky. And on a clean night up in Alaska, up in Fairbanks, a clean night meaning there's not a lot of precipitation in the air and not a lot of smoke going on because you're not near the city. It really is gorgeous. But here's the catch. It's gorgeous for about 3 minutes. And then you go, this really is no different than a good screensaver. I mean, really, once you understand the science behind it, and you've seen all the pretty colors, what's left to be gained by that? Now, if you found the love of your life and you're making love at 30 below zero underneath the Northern Lights in Fairbanks, Alaska, then maybe Aurora Borealis has something special in store for you. Maybe it is your spiritual guideline taking you to the rest of your life with this love of you. Otherwise, it's some fucking lights in the sky. Get over it. Get yourself a screensaver. No, it's not that big a deal, and I don't want people to overhype shit because there's a lot of shit we could be doing that deserves our attention. Staring at the Northern Lights, it makes us stupid. I'm looking at the Northern Lights. Look at this moving man like a big dick over here. Yeah, so anyway, let's see what else we got. Oh, I got to watch that. First, Ancient. We already got that. NASA's got a 3-phase plan. We're done there. Anyway, as far as me, so I got over my sickness. Took antibiotics for 2 weeks. Don't even know what I was fighting. The VA can't tell me what I was fighting. I'd kind of like to know what the fuck I was fighting, so maybe I could avoid getting it again or whatever. But yeah, so I was just about dead. Seriously, I mean, when you get so sick, all right, you've heard of sitting on the toilet while having to have a paper bag to puke in. Okay, I'm not even going to give you details, but yes, that